Oh gosh darn it, the audio is not coming through. Please don't kill my ears. Oh my god. Yo, let's jam. Oh, but there's a desync on the mic and whatever audio plays, unfortunately. That's alright. Ooh. Oh, dude, the riff is nasty in this song. So nasty. Even the drum is kind of popping off too. But like some of those side clicks on the drum. Yeah, they got a good fucking hook for this song. Not a fan of the build up, but that's all right. About time. Yo, watch your mouth. Watch that mouth. Yo, Mike, the situation, something informed me that he might be running for New Jersey governor. Yo, if anyone's gonna win the New Jersey governor, it's gonna be Mike the Switch situation, dude. The absolute GOAT of all time. Need a mirror to watch my mouth. Yo, you better go find one then, dude. Go scrounging through the scraps on trash night. Find a mirror. It's looking more likely that Japan, something about Japan. And who cares about Japan anymore? I mean, not in like that way, but we've been hearing about this for so long. We've been hearing about this inevitable crash for so long, dude, since the dawn of time. People, since the dawn of time. Ah, the crash, it's all over, it's all over. And then guess what? Every time it's not over. It sucks being in the quote-unquote crash part, or the correction, whatever you want to call it. Tom Lee's Bitmine Ethereum investment is currently at an $8.7 billion unrealized loss, according to Watcher Guru. Can't say I'm too surprised about that. Yo, I keep seeing, look at this. Jack Mahler keeps posting stuff. He's still, oh my god, he's so loud. He's still in just this random closet. Maybe it has a little bit more. No, that looks about the same months ago. Why is he just in this? What is this place? This is the back rooms. What is this? That's the door, right? What's on the door? Is it just paint? What's this? Where is he? What is that? What's that? There's like a sign behind him.
Whole point is...
Okay, I don't even know what he's saying, bro. I got distracted literally immediately by this shit. All right, hold up. Let's give everyone a minute before I just stop popping off, dude. Guys, on your way in, hit the like button, please. Maybe I should tweet the stream, too. That's probably what I should do. You saw the Backrooms movie 3 times? You really saw it 3 times? You saw it 3 times? That's a lot of times to see the Backrooms. Upset? I mean, not that that's bad. I mean, I saw Avengers. The only movie I ever saw, I think, twice in theater was Endgame. I think it was Endgame. Only saw it twice, and it was awesome. It's just, it is such a different experience. Like, there's nothing like the first time watching a movie like that if you were invested. Dude, it was peak. It was peak. Yeah, tweet 5 minutes before stream. Oh, that actually would be tough. Yeah, not like... No, I get what you're saying. Let me share this. I'm trying to take someone's mom to the back room. I don't know. You're going to have to see if you got any volunteers in the chat. Why is he still... Oh, yeah, that's just my main question. Why is this guy in that empty closet? What is he hiding in there? Where's Rick? Where's Rick? Oh, Rick. Where's Rick? Bang. Let me get the thing posted. All right. Look at this. Tweeting IRL behind the scenes. Post. Hit that post button, bitch. All right. Yeah, Gemini post and that water's wet, bro. Just in, eating ultra-processed food is linked to 58% higher risk of dementia, study finds. What study? They literally just say shit. No, but I mean, for real, I thought all these Hostess products that, like, bacteria won't even eat. The fucking McDonald's cheeseburger, the bacteria, it scares off the bacteria. And people are shoving McNuggets down. That's not to say they're not good. Although I do think they've been pretty ass, but especially... over time, dude, their food is so fucking abysmal now. All fast food. There's no way you can't tell me it's not just like nostalgia of when we were younger. The quality has consistently really gone downhill. It's just, obviously, I mean, because the inception of the place was like actual like beef cheeseburgers and stuff. The story of McDonald's is cool. How it became the #1 like poisoning mechanism. Like, they just dominate the market. It's fucking insane. I can't even imagine how much money Yeah, but I don't know the trend. Well, the fact that it's as expensive as if like you went to Five Guys or something, which is crazy. You feel like absolute dude. You feel like death after eating that type of fast food. But the quality definitely was not that bad when we were younger. That giant and oh, don't spoil nothing about Backrooms. I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it. I haven't seen it yet. I still gotta go see it. I saw Obsession though. Obsession was fucking amazing. Given the background of that movie and the director and the budget and everything, it being that successful, blowing the water out of these fucking Mandalorian and Grogu movies. That's a fucking Disney Plus series merged together because these guys just, it's so intentional because the box numbers show it on all their projects as of recently. I'm sure they'll have 1 or 2 hits but it's literally like the market's telling you of that what you're doing with all this, the Star Wars, the Marvel, all this, it's not working. But they just continue to do it. So it sucks because the guy who runs Marvel or who did run it through the golden ages, Kevin Feige, it seems like he knew it was gonna go. And you can tell he knows it in his heart. You know, he lived through the peak of Marvel. It's not like he's sitting around going, "Oh my God, what do we have to do to like make money with Marvel again?" Obviously, they throw in the Doomsday thing out to get everyone's asses back in theater, and what do you know, it works for me, so I'm gonna go see it. But everything in between, wow, it's been ass cheeks beyond belief, guys. Season 1 and 2 in Daredevil is fucking unbelievable. Everything else after that, 3's cool, but everything else after that, it's all AIDS, it's all so bad. Fucking I don't even know, there's not fucking one good thing. I mean, Deadpool Wolverine's pretty cool. Yo, GEC Abs, what's good? What up, boys? Yo, what up, gang? Let's go, crypto, let's go, he says from that that store from around the corner. All right, 2 days in a row. What up, Cass? Denny says you feel like absolute shit after eating McDonald's, bro. The shit that comes out of you after you eat McDonald's needs to be studied. No, the clock died. Clock died. I gotta charge it. It's like one of those fucking crazy looking ones. Like the motherfucking stream. Let's see. I'm trying to... Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings? Bro, Timu Wi-Fi today? WTF? I don't think so. I think we've been absolutely beautiful because I've had my eye on it the whole time. Solid buys all over the markets, he says, bro. Solid market. What the hell is this? Salami? #1 meat? What the fuck is this? It's verified. This just liked my tweet. Salami, #1 meat coin on the Solana blockchain. What does that even mean, dude? What the fuck? Why is this guy? What the hell is this? It's a fucking meat patty gonna destroy the planet. What is this? The Flash Salami speed. This is actually kind of tough. I'm on board with this now. Solana, what the fuck, dude? God's plan and my plans. What the fuck? What the fuck? See, this is actually a fucking fantastic lesson because we're talking about good buys, and there will be kids sitting in their dungeons. Oh my God, salami coin! Like some people are on that sort of level that I don't know. I can't imagine there's that many though. I mean, not at this point in the game, but at the peak of like, dude, selling people the NFT craze. The NFT craze was something that needed to be studied in. People just... There was money to go around, though. People did make money. So, like, if you were on that front, you could take advantage of it. But people out there truly believe, and I'm buying a fucking picture of, like, just bullshit. Like a piece of shit, literally, on the floor. A JPEG. Paying 42 ETH for that. The amount of money that was flying around. That reminded me of the .com bust. That's kind of a good... Like, that was just so fucking crazy. It was so crazy how much money was flinging around. Not for real? Lag in stream today? I got my eye on it, though. Maybe hit the refresh button on the stream? Maybe hit the refresh. I don't know. Let me know. Let me get a 1 in the chat if the stream's been fine for you. Or a 2 if it's been lag city. Not good stream? Yeah, I think he's just trolling. That's alright. One. Abs says it's one, so it's one. I trust Abs the most here. He's got the most street cred right now. I don't know. That store from around the corner also has some pretty high street cred. XRP, 1,000,000% going below $1, he says. Stream is working fine on my end, says Denny. Denny is running his PC. All right, let's see what's going on with this. We got a lot of stuff going on. Guys, hit the like button real quick. Do me a solid. All right, let's get rid of Salami Coin. I'm kind of all set on that. I'd rather my money go XRP, XLM, HBAR. Those are kind of just the only ones I would actually buy right now. That's just me. I'm sure there's always other ones. People, I'm loading up on this. I'm loading up on fucking meat coin going to $5 billion tomorrow. More than XRP, more than it all. MasterCard's going to run its finality settlement on fucking meat coin on the Solana blockchain. That's what's going on here. All right, here we go. Captain Hippie crawling out of her hole. What's she talking about again?
He says, for Blue Origin. And notice, gets taxpayer support for doing that, because when he sells, that's different from somebody who goes out and teaches school and draws a paycheck. He gets to pay at a lower tax rate than someone else.
And that's why I was raising the question about whether we should have higher capital gains taxes.
Fair enough. But the other...
How about just like... How about the people making under like $100,000 a year? How about they basically pay like no tax? How about like that?
Part of this is, did he sell stock in order to buy his $300 million yacht? I don't know. I don't know the answer here. But I do know that the billionaires, we've seen it, the billionaires are not paying based on their wealth. They have figured out lots of schemes how to take advantage of our tax code so that they are, Jeff Bezos pays taxes at the same rate as a Boston public school teacher.
Okay, but just disclaimer real quick. I don't know the ins and outs. This has been a fucking political debate since the dawn of time, honestly. I don't follow this narrative. I'm more in the crypto stuff. So I don't know if what she's saying is factually true, because I can't trust her on any of the crypto stuff. So it's like, I can't trust anything else she's saying. I don't know if what she's saying is true. I don't know. I imagine we know how the wealthy operate. Borrow against the assets, borrow till you die. Like, we know that's one of many schemes they can maneuver, to not pay. I mean, it's pretty blatant.
And that makes no sense at all. We need a tax system that truly accounts for the fact that there are people who have amassed huge wealth. And I'm not looking at trying to confiscate everything they've got. A 2-cent wealth tax, 2 cents every year on what they've got.
Fair to say.
I don't know. I'm going to withhold comment because I don't know enough about it. But yet again, I just think people under fucking at least $100,000 a year should be paying a lot less in tax. Just something in my bones says that's not right. It's not. Then takes the rest in dividends. The percent of tax goes up depending on the amount you make. He probably has a S corp and gives himself a low salary. Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how they do it. They borrow against their own stock. That's it. Now Jeff Bezos is off fucking blowing rockets up. God only knows in a 75-mile radius around that place what that thing does environmentally. All that gas and chemicals getting into the air. Remember that Ohio thing they swept under the rug a couple of years ago? Remember that? Remember the horrific pictures of the black, like, smoke thing just going into it, and then, what do you know? They're like, you guys gotta leave, because even the soil and everything around here is fucking infected like Walking Dead. Remember that? That people forget that. It's just there's too much stuff to remember. Insane. Here we go. Captain Skippy.
Absolutely.
Talking about the same thing for the millionth time. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
So with the successful markup in the Banking Committee, we now need to wrap the Clarity Act, which dealt with the SEC portion of jurisdiction, with the Agriculture Committee's product, which dealt with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission component of the digital asset industry, fold that in with ethics, and then some really nice work that both Senator Hagerty have done and Senator also Brooks, your last guest, and Tom Tillis did with regard to correcting what the banks see as
all right, we get it. Oh my God, I thought this was crazy, dude. This is some scary shit.
Motherless people, Brody. Hey, Brody, if you saw me in real life, you would be scared of me, you little bitch. I have a fucking Beretta right now, motherless. I would really fucking shoot you. Nigga said, shut up, nigga, and do it. Homie, how about you come here and I do it to your...
All right, well, I didn't know he was dropping N-bombs, but this is crazy. This guy threatened to kill his goldfish, and a pump fund coin didn't go to 1 million market cap. It ended up going to 7 million, and he made $255,000. Oh my God, that's some scary shit, dude. Give me back my son.
I completely disagree. I think this is an absolute nothing burger.
Yeah, the DTCC partnering with Stellar is a nothing burger.
I think Stellar is one of many blockchains that DTCC will launch on.
Oh my God, why do you think that? Because they said like it's going to be a multi-chain world, and they're writing 46-page papers with other trillion-dollar industries about how this only works interoperability-wise, public and private. Like,
even in this article, it says DTC's tokenization service to connect with Stellar as it advances its multi-chain strategy. I think this CoinMarketCap post is lacking a disclosure. It was maybe paid by Stellar.
What the dude? What is that? That's a reach and a half.
I think.
Listen, I'm all about, you know, never trust the billionaires. Like, dude, look at what they're doing now, not what they're saying. That's literally just a fact what they tweeted.
Stellar is taking an RWA path. I think it's trying to focus on taking a more institutional route. It's essentially a poor man's Canton. I think DTCC is going to launch on several blockchains. They decided to announce this thing with Stellar. I can read the quote here. It says, this collaboration represents another step forward in DTCC's efforts to build an open, interoperable digital infrastructure that bridges traditional and digital markets.
That is massive.
That was the chief executive officer of DTCC, Frank LaSala.
Wow.
There's a lot going on here in this article, but
Rob's bearish.
it really doesn't call Stellar out with too much. It does say that Stellar's proven track record with institutional assets on chain is an important factor in our evolution of blockchain networks. But Stellar is one of many chains that we can expect the DTCC to enable with tokenized assets.
Relay is your home.
Dude, they gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop sending me off with like blah blah blah. Like, oh my God, who is this? Stellar was built from the start. We get it. Candace Kelly from Stellar.org. All right, she doesn't even have a Twitter. All right, I'm all set with that then. Yo, Not Financial Advice is saying, Forbes is now saying June 25th, 2026 for T Corona Borealis Nova. That's some crazy shit if that's true. All right, Modern Investor popping off. Articles like this piss me the beep off. No one thought it was a red flag months ago that one company held 800,000 Bitcoin. Since MicroStrategy sold some Bitcoin, other companies are doing the same. Did people learn nothing from the 2008 crisis? Companies always screw us over. Now, I don't know. I trusted Michael Saylor fucking fully from the beginning, dude. What's not to trust about this guy and fucking Michael Saylor? Get him in a fucking cage match. You kidding me? What is going on in this reality? He's another one. NFTs are like, they make you a millionaire. Oh, NFTs. Dude at the peak of it. And then now he's like,
literally yesterday, I had lunch with someone and I showed them that $400,000 worth of Bored Apes were bought in the last 24 hours. They were on the ground stunned. They and 99% of the world think NFTs were scams and a fad. That person who's incredibly successful and a proper business person, I said to them, you're shocked, right? They said, yeah. I said, you didn't think there was $400,000 sold of NFTs in the last 30 days period, let alone one project in the last 24 hours. He said, absolutely. Reminds me a lot of the internet in 2000 when all the stock prices collapsed. Greed will always set something back. There was an enormous amount of greed in NFT culture in that 12-month, 24-month window that ultimately hurt it.
dude, people were making hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands and off a fucking cartoon, just fucking JPEG, dude.
But what I saw is what's happening today. It's a collectible.
What's happening?
And I do.
Oh, it's a collectible. Oh, I want my Bored Ape till I'm fucking 65 instead of like, I don't know, maybe like utility assets. I don't know.
Like I said in August of 2021 that 99% of NFTs will be worth zero.
It's true.
But I believe that means 1% will not. Right. And I believe based on where NFTs are right now, whatever the 1% are, and I do not claim to know, though I do think CryptoPunks is one for sure that will make it, they are grossly underpriced.
Okay, like they talk about yet again, like that. This is how people talk about the regular crypto industry. Obviously, like how we say there's going to be a select few winners, and the rest go to zero. I'd argue we'd already gone through that bust phase with that, and 99.999% of them are going to zero. I don't know what. I'd have to look more deeper into how the community works with Bored Apes. You've always heard that one kind of as a mainstream NFT project, and also just isn't it a kind of a problem to muddy the waters when they're saying NFT, and that term is now correlated with like the cartoon monkeys and just fucking JPEGs and everything, because that's not necessarily what an NFT is. It's just like with DAI saying, I'll see your worthless cartoon monkeys and raise you real world asset tokens. Yeah, it's a I don't know, it's just an RWA, but without the real world part of it, you know? I don't know. Just a fake picture of a cartoon monkey. That's what they decided to integrate with it. Remember, what's going on with Stellar? Tom Lee, when was this? New! Tom Lee and Mark Cuban dumping all of his Bitcoin. Yo, Mark Cuban, the first smart decision he's ever made.
I'm going to ask him about Mark Cuban. I don't know if you saw Mark Cuban said that he's now dumped or sold all of his Bitcoin, given that he no longer believes it's acting as a hedge against inflation or anything else. Argues gold has proven to be a better bet, and that Bitcoin has not acted the way it should if it's supposed to be digital gold. What say you?
Well, you know, on the one hand, I think Mark is right. Crypto's been disappointing because crypto should move with, you know, equity markets, and it should be.
Should it? Should it at this point in time?
Rallying with software. Software has really started to rally big, and crypto hasn't moved. So I think there are what I call, quote, rage quitting, people selling here as if something is wrong. I mean, one, I think that's what always happens at the end of crypto winter. You know, if someone asks me, is the thesis for Bitcoin or Ethereum broken? You know, it's absolutely not, because one, the more work we do, and we're hearing it from founders like Palantir, Bitcoin and Ethereum are really the future of money, because mass and compute, or compute and energy, however Elon puts it, really are what's scarce, and you're going to need to control agent systems. And as AI systems evolve, right, we're now talking about using commerce and operating websites, you need decentralized identity and verification. That's really what crypto does. And we know Wall Street wants to go towards tokenization. It's a
go towards it. They're saying they're doing it by like this and next year.
Vast improvement in efficiency of actually how money moves, and it's an innovation. Well, that only happens on Bitcoin and Ethereum and other smart contracts. So the future isn't changed, but the spotlight today is, of course, on semis, memory, starting on software. But
so why are they going to waste even more time and energy dealing with Bitcoin when there's other far superior, just technologically, that are gaining traction? Efficiency, the name of the game. Why would they? We've seen reports of it, you know, people jumping ship to put their energy use towards AI instead of Bitcoin because it's more profitable, all this shit. Yet again, who knows if Bitcoin rallies? Hoorah! Could come back. Could absolutely come back. I'm rooting for Bitcoin's price because, you know, I think everyone just has a little bit of that. Maybe not I don't have any Bitcoin, but like I said, it was one of that Ethereum, XRP, in my intro to this space. So that's my thesis for holding Bitcoin, is literally that. I had it, so I'll just see what happens with it. You know, maybe it goes up in the future. We do see the big names attached to it. Schwab and just Schwab, I guess, coming in recently. They floated around under the radar again about, remember, their Ethereum and Bitcoin spot trading. They were introducing that. I saw that's supposed to be going on soon. So it makes sense potentially. It does seem a little bit classic. Seems classic. The stock market's all-time highs. Boom. Rocket shipping, SpaceX, OpenAI, Anthropic, all these guys IPOing. It seems like a very, look here, look here. I'm not saying it's intentional by any means, but yet again, when I see that asymmetric of a potential bet in my mind, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just here we go. Like, it's just nonstop. MasterCard expands settlement to support regulated stablecoins, including USDC, RLUSD, and PayYUSD across Ethereum, Solana, Base, Arbitrum, and XRPL. Canton is also in this too. It's like it's all the guys, you know. It's all the potential chosen ones. Like, I don't know. I don't see fucking Fupa coin chain in there. I don't know. Like, here we go with this bullshit again. Donnie says Iran has agreed to abandon its nuclear weapons program. All right, they said that 47 times already. Move on with that. Do we watch any of this guy? Because, I mean, they whacked this guy, right? I don't know the full story. Maybe we check out some Charles crying again. Something going on.
It's a toxic hellscape.
What, dude, does he have a pause? His life is just going to shit. His projects are going to shit. That's why he's like, oh, Brad's a fucking piece of shit, dude. He's just saying stuff
no
because he's
builder
jealous.
in their right mind would want to enter into something like this.
Dude, it's a hellscape.
These deranged people have caused so much harm.
What?
I've had people on the KOL side reach out to me and say they're afraid to even market their proposal because they've been so attacked.
Dude.
It's a toxic hellscape. And no builder in their right mind would want to enter into something like this.
The first shit he says.
These deranged people have caused so much harm.
What deranged people? What is that even? Who?
I've had people on the KOL side reach out to me and say they're afraid to even market their proposal.
Yeah, listen, I don't see Cardano here. Like, in all these conversations, I have not been seeing Cardano in a long time. So that's why I've never even paid attention to it, honestly.
Because they've been so attacked.
Okay. Charles is a fucking clown. They are beaming these thoughts into Charles's head, dude. They got a lot of surface. I don't know, man. Charles is going through it. He needs a drink. The first shit he says. Got like $10 a Bitcoin, and that's only from the Kraken debit and cash back. LMAO. Yeah, for real. It's supposed to techno order out of chaos. What does that mean? Because someone said MKP, you right? Nothing makes sense. Does that dude own a comb? Oh, man. I bought some Swarm Drone. I was saying, Saul? Saying it was pay to play announcement and an X talk last week. Interesting. He's a piece of shit. I'm holding 88 till next pump, then get the frick out. Let's hope it pumps. So, a U.S. bank, something, who cares? It's all bullish news, guys. I mean, you gotta pick and choose what you go through. It's all bullish. It's just, yeah, the price isn't correlating yet, but I don't give a fuck. We're watching Elizabeth Warren cry about how the wealthy navigate it. If we think this is the greatest wealth transfer in a fucking lifetime, greatest asymmetrical bet of a lifetime, I mean, you want to hold the assets anyway. You gotta, because then you got leverage, you know. Then you can do all sorts of shit with that. The big kahuna. Once all these places started like mainstream more accepting this stuff as collateral, we saw those giant announcements through the years. They want that to be able to go towards like a mortgage. I mean, they want it to be able to have flexibility to be used. MasterCard introducing always on-chain settlement on Solana. 3.6. All right, cool. I mean, roger that. Yeah, what's there not to trust about this guy? What's there not to trust? Back to work. Back to work, he says. He's got to get back to work. Shout out Mike. Mike Saylor, bro. Jeez. He's the one leading the charge on the Bitcoin run, eh? Good luck. From taking, good luck. That's all I got to say to Michael Saylor. ADA loses to every other utility coin is why he's so mad. You could see he's been oozing that jealousy forever, taking like jabs at Brad and other people too. But it's literally just that. It's like they're where this show goes, Charles. I mean, there was a certain, like, you had your fun, whatever. He's like, oh, I built Ethereum early on, all this stuff. It's like your time. You didn't play the Game of Thrones right. That's it. That's all it is. He did not play the Game of Thrones right. I dabbed up plank, but he laughed at me, wonder why. He's just been sitting there, bro. He's just vibing, dude. He throws out comments every now and again, but I just ignore him. Obviously, he's a joke. He's a piece of shit. Honestly, he's trash in the industry, pushing law, and because ADA hasn't done shit instead of yeah, for real. That's exactly what it is. It's just clear as day too. Take a look at this. A child could have figured. DAI always with the roasts, bro. He goes, a child could have figured out where this was headed. Let me take a look. Plank needs a spliff.
So what happened is with these preferreds, as he started raising more and more of these preferreds in order to buy more Bitcoin, the market started to freak out a little bit about 3 months ago about whether or not they were going to ever have the cash to satisfy the dividends on these preferreds.
Where do they get the cash?
And if you look at a chart of STRC, which is the biggest one, for example, and you go back, 6 months, this is an instrument that's designed to trade at 100, basically par, and you just get the dividend. But it was trading well below par because the market was worried that they weren't going to be able to satisfy the dividend. So what did they do? They went out there and raised about $2 billion in a combination of more preferreds and more stock, and said, okay, now you at least don't have to worry about it for a year and a half because we have this $2 billion sitting on the balance sheet that's going to be used solely to pay dividends to the preferreds. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, these guys, maybe there's no long-term solution, but at least the short-term solution is they have the money. And then what does he do? A month later, he turns around and takes 1.4 billion of that cash cushion and buys back.
Oh yeah, when he went off and did midnight, 100%.
At 92 cents on the dollar, completely the opposite of what he said the cash was for. He retired 2029 maturity debt, which doesn't come due, obviously, for 3 more years. It's just a complete balance sheet mismanagement. And now that, 1.5 year cash cushion that he had to pay the preferreds all of a sudden fell to 4 months.
Yeah, we have kind of, exactly this. A child could have figured out where this was headed. It just seems to be heading that way. The fun narrative now is they've always floated around this Bitcoin strategic reserve. We see who's on Team Bitcoin. We've seen it since the beginning. We have seen the evolution, though, from some of these people like Loomis. They get on board where it's Bitcoin and at least Bitcoin and crypto. Just the multi-trillion dollar, all of the money opportunity of building rails for all of the money. It's just unlocking money. There's going to be so much money pouring out of your ears. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be fucking disgusting. But Michael Saylor, he's a sailor. Yeah, this guy, shots fired.
Tasteful remarks, especially towards Brian Armstrong of Coinbase.
Yeah, Jamie Dimon called Brian Armstrong something.
I would say
Jamie said he thought was full of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought he was full of shit. Jamie Dimon sat there and said he thought he was full of shit.
So here's what
rhymes with it.
Yeah. Here's where Jamie Dimon is absolutely wrong. He either hasn't read the bill or he wants to mislead people. And let's put the best construction on this. He hasn't read the bill. AML, anti-money laundering provisions that apply to banks, and the Bank Secrecy Act provisions that apply to banks also apply into digital assets. It's in the bill. There's something like 16, 17 references in the bill to the application of those laws.
I guess here's
really.
But Jamie Dimon's so trustworthy, though. Like, he wouldn't mislead people. It's not dude. It's not like the same entity that's cornered the silver market. It's not, and they got fined for it. They got a slap on the wrist of a ruler. Where was the Big E's bank accounts held at? I don't know. Maybe that's a coincidence among many, 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 many other things. I don't know. Maybe Jamie Dimon's a great guy. He does remind me of Pooh Bear. In the way he talks, he's like doing that shit. Although Yoshitaka Katao from SBI, I like his take here, I think. Let me reread it again. We'll find out. Although the cryptocurrency market is declining overall, the reason is believed to be that institutional investors and others are raising funds for acquiring shares in the 3 major upcoming IPOs of SpaceX, Anthropic, and OpenAI, which are successfully scheduled in the U.S. in the future. From a fundamental perspective, there are no concerns whatsoever, and I am convinced that if the Clarity Act is enacted in the U.S., it will bring a positive impact to the cryptocurrency market, including Ripple. I mean, I think so too. I mean, we hope, whether the price action is immediate or not, I don't know. Brad, still the honor of a lifetime to be part of the XRP family, because XRP turned to like 14 yesterday, something like that. Roger that. Jersey Shore star Mike the Situation Sorrentino says he's thinking about a run for New Jersey governor. Yo, he should run, bro. But Maverick, yep, this nation's 250th birthday will probably be the last. He's not feeling very positive about that. Danelle Dixon making the tours against that guy. He's like, yeah, I think this announcement's pretty much of a nothing burger. You got to be a different level.
There's probably going to be 5-6 of them that are going to really take.
How many?
Probably going to be 5-6 of them that are going to really take on the lion's share of the RWA piece. And it is going to be based on what your strengths are and what those asset issuers are looking for. There's a multi-chain world. And for anybody to pretend like there's not, it's just ignoring the fact that there's a lot of strong competition out there. And that benefits everyone. It makes us better. It makes it better for the institutions that want to come build here because we're constantly going to be evolving. There's probably.
Yeah, I feel like you only say that if you know you're sitting pretty, you know, from your own standpoint. U.S. just bombed an Iranian island. All right. Well, breaking U.S. Ballistic missiles flying. Oh, my God. Wonder if a Bitcoin crash will be a harbinger of things to come in risk assets in general, or if it's just a one-off thing confined to Bitcoin and crypto. Whichever it is, we should find out soon enough. Maybe it will also be a catalyst to drive investors into value and safety, says Peter. He's team gold. Let's see. Tom Lee's down a bunch of money. Shocker. Shocker, not really. Ripple expanded its Washington, D.C. office to deepen engagement with U.S. policymakers and regulators as digital asset policy takes center stage. Ripple's been balls deep up in Washington because Stuart Alderati was in a picture with a couple of people at like celebrating the expansion. Yeah, here. Let's see. Excited to share that Ripple has expanded its presence in Washington, D.C. Yeah, see, I don't see headlines of Cardano and Charles. I haven't seen this part of the equation. And this is unfortunately, or fortunately for us, because we've seen it, this is the stuff that matters. You know, you gotta play the game of Throne. That's what they are playing. When you're talking moving money and value, motherfuckers drop dead. Drop dead because of money. Are you kidding me? Over like fucking small amounts. Talking about moving the world's money. There's some important shit to be on the right side of history for. You get the certain okays from certain peoples.
I think about the numbers involved here. The DTCC custodies $114 trillion in assets.
114 trillion
on Stellar. I mean, that's just massive. Talk a little bit about the real world assets on Stellar and what that growth trajectory has looked like and how you see it developing.
Oh, it's been pretty remarkable. I mean, I just love the fact that we get regulatory clarity and then regulatory clarity opens up markets. In December of 2025, we hit $1 billion in real world assets on Stellar. In just yesterday, June 1st, we're up to $3 billion. So think about that growth, 3x in just the last few months. That's an important indication of where this industry is headed. And tokenizing just to tokenize is not beneficial. You tokenize because it is best for the fund because it brings the costs down for the fund, which ultimately benefits the retail users or the SMEs on the edge or the institutions that are actually holding that fund. And then it is that ease of settlement and that ability to constantly do new things. When you think about what happened with respect to Franklin Templeton and what they've done with their money market fund on Stellar, they're now able to pay you interest for every minute that you're in the fund. That is something that could happen only with this kind of technology.
Oh, yeah.
So when I see the real world assets already increase 3x in just the last 4 months, it's a pretty remarkable shift.
I think about
she has been solid, bro. You give credit where credit's absolutely due. Because as we're saying, yeah, these guys are all playing the lobbying game. I remember so long ago her posting pictures in CFTC meetings way back when, you know, when none of this was where it is at now. Is that the Uphold lady? Well, this is Danelle Dixon from Stellar, the blonde woman. But yeah, I mean, they've been fucking. It's insane. What's he saying? What's he saying? What's he saying?
It's a toxic hellscape.
It's a toxic hellscape. I'd need that as a soundbite. Glad we have a crypto president. Oh man. U.S. imposes sanctions on Iran's largest crypto exchange, Nopotex. Cool. What's up with this guy? The worst person to see when crypto's down.
How you holding up, buddy? Yeah, Bitcoin's down, I saw. Whatever happened to it being a store of value? Turns out it was just a Ponzi scheme. My index funds have never performed better. Warren Buffett doesn't own any crypto. Benjamin Graham spoke about this about speculative assets. Eventually the bubble has to pop. When will it occur to you that Bitcoin and crypto are a complete scam and you're going to be broke for the rest of your life until you finally understand the value of investing in compounding interest and investing in ETFs? It's ETF, not BTC! How you holding up?
I mean, that's kind of scary accurate. All right, let's see.
Craziness that's going on. And of course, if I want to follow that, I usually just jump over to Yuval Ruz's account, and he's in disbelief, I believe, of the partnership that's going on between the DTCC and Stellar.
He's in disbelief, the guy from Canton.
I'm willing to bet that whatever deployment is happening on Stellar is permissioned. So that is the question, I guess.
Yeah,
you're saying no.
No,
that's not going to happen.
I mean, that's the value of an open public network. I'm not sure how you could permission it. Because of the way that Stellar has built, and we've built Stellar from the ground up, meaning that you as an institution can choose to be able to, when you KYC, what kinds of compliance tools you're going to leverage. Those are all built into the base layer of the tech stack on Stellar. So you can bolt on a smart contract to be able to do all of this, but all of these tools, the clawback functionality, the ability to do KYC when you want to and when you feel like it's appropriate, those are all natively on the network. And so that's the value of this tech stack. And they've known that for a really long time. So
yeah, they've known that for a really long time. So yeah, I'm sure they have. Yet again, considering how far back they've been playing the penetrate DC game. They were there early. I remember it vividly. I don't even know what fucking year it was, but it was fucking so long ago. Just about in 14 days, we'll see the Fed. Yeah, what could go wrong with this? They loved SBF. I've been around long enough to know what happens when the media promotes someone everywhere you look. Yeah, SBF. Oh, I loved his haircut, CNBC. They loved him. They loved him. He could do no wrong. SBF. What a guy. Canton seems like opposition. Yeah, something just doesn't. I mean, the numbers are undeniable on Canton. I'm sure maybe it'll do well, but I personally don't own any of the token. Yeah, that's just me. Oh, here we go. What's up with this? Here we go. Look at this breaking news. The demand for modern, always-on settlement infrastructure continues to grow. MasterCard support for RLUSD on the XRP ledger reflects a growing demand for trusted digital assets and blockchain infrastructure that can power a faster, more flexible settlement. Interesting. Today, MasterCard's announcing plans to expand settlement capabilities to include stablecoin, intraday, holiday, and weekend options, giving partners more choice in how and when transactions are settled. That means we're enabling greater choice to settle in fiat or regulated stablecoins, improving liquidity management for time-sensitive cross-border flows. We're supporting settlement with Circle's USDC, Paxos issued stablecoins including USDG, USDP, and PayPal, Ripple's RLUSD, and SoFi's SoFi USD across a range of supported blockchain networks including Arbitrum, Coinbase's Base, Canton, Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, Tempo from Stripe, I'm pretty sure, and XRPL. Arc Finance, Crossover Bank. Crossover Bank, we've seen them because they're issuing the X Money card. I'm almost positive it's them. Ellie de Nouveau. Interesting stuff. The press release. Let's fucking go, but let me remind you, SLI. Interesting. Circle's USDC. Interesting to say the least. Where was the thing? Oh, that's the Patreon. Where was the, excuse my French. Here we go. I want to like the Ripple one too. There we go. Why is he highlighting this? MasterCard released Arc Finance. Okay, cool. Arc Finance, Latin America. Oh, he's saying there's something going on deeper with the Arc. Is a global financial platform that provides users across Latin America with digital dollar and euro accounts, international cards, and access to global investments. It allows for seamless cross-border transfers and, okay, or feature. What's he getting at with this, though? What, does Ripple have a partnership with them or something like that? I don't know. Okay, probably. Interesting. Okay. Shaking hands. Son. completely, Abs, what's he saying? I completely disagree. In 2021, clips like this sounded like great wisdom. Now it sounds more like hopium. It definitely is to a certain extent, bro. For sure. Let's see. You know who we haven't checked up on in a bit? You know who we have not checked up on in a bit? Like Tether. Yeah, I didn't see Tether there. I don't know. That's just interesting. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm stupid. I didn't. Did you guys? Was Tether involved in that at all? That recent MasterCard thing I just showed? Let's see. Oh, man. We have not caught up on our boy. Our boy. I couldn't think of his name. What is going on with this? Why are his thumbnails screenshots of... I don't even get it. Let me say. XRP could experience the largest historic boom in June, and nobody is talking about it. Why this date for repricing of XRP will have the highest probability of coming true? 3+ digits? I'd rather listen to that one. There we go. I'd rather listen to this one. Guys, hit the like button real quick. Let me see. There we go.
What's up, my XRP brothers from another mother and my cute XRP sisters? This is Rob with the XRP 007 channel, coming to you from beautiful Venice Island, a hot Venice Island. It is 92 degrees, and so I'll probably be sweating for this episode is over. Islands? Good grief, wasn't down at the beach. I'm sure it was 5 out of 5, and the title of this episode is XRP Turning the Page will be absolutely unrecognizable by the end of the year. Now, this really won't pull in a number of views, so we'll have to tweak that, but anyway, we'll strike that balance. And thank you, as always. I can't believe it. For the second time in a row, I am at 10,000 subscribers.
What are the cue cards? Are the cue cards comments he gets from subscribers on videos, or is he like, or people paying him to be like, yo, I want a flashcard card? What's going on with the cards?
We hit it just the other day. Fantastic. So appreciate each and every one of you. Cannot begin to say the journey has been so well worth it. You know, it's like
I'm sure it's been worth it.
At XRP 007 on channel, yeah. If you're looking for that perfect blend of safety and compliance in a month,
it's his notes. Okay.
Your name, number, and a good time to call you.
I can't keep up.
Caleb and Brown, can't say enough fine things about this.
All right, plug.
2 sets, if not 3. For me, it's like, you know, in case one ship goes down, like if you get 4, you got the other 3. You get 10% off, by the way, when you sign.
Plug.
XRP at $1.32. It's flat on the 24-hour. It bounced. Nice to see it back over $1.30. It did get as low as $1.28. I think I would have.
This was 5 days
ago.
A lot of that. Man, what the hell? All right, I'm good with that. We're at $1.22 right now. Yo, new record. Breaking record. In the Subaru. Disclosure day is June 12th. Do you think that has anything to do with the markets? Okay, so wait, what do you... There's obviously a ton of fun theories, and they're playing with that prospect. We've seen the narrative. Judy, all right, yeah, we'll try to check out Judy. Oh, just excited for the movie, but Steven Spielberg comes out, and he's like, yeah, everything in this movie's true, basically. It's just weird. His old movie with the Close Encounters, I don't know. People like, is the Disclosure Day movie literal disclosure? Is that how the way they choose to do it? Could you fucking imagine? Could you imagine? That would be big time. All right, so wait, we got to go to what's documentary? Yeah, what? Because of course I'm gonna go see it. I didn't want to see it until I saw that transition, the sick transition in the trailer into the gray. Then now I gotta see it. So even though they spoiled that would have been sick to see in the movie. That's what got me to go want to see it now. What is his name, dude? I can never think of his name. Digital Outlook. Thank you. Digital Outlook. Let's see. What's he up to? XRP meat is back on the menu, boys. XRP, don't wait for the official announcement. Boom, he says.
Hey guys, Dave.
What is Substack? What is his Substack?
Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, what a day we have seen in this XRP ecosystem. I mean, right now, XRP is trading at $1.21. And of course, a lot of people, they're taking a look at their portfolios and like, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. But I'm going to tell you, for Judy and I, that is not what we're thinking. What we're thinking is, what an opportunity right there. And the reason we believe that, guys, is because, of course, what our conviction is of what's coming in the future. And right now, we are sitting on a powder keg that I believe is ready to absolutely explode. And guys, the Senate has come back from their recess. And what do you think is the number one thing on their docket? You got it, the Clarity Act. Now, of course, a lot of people are thinking, hey, it's a 50-50 shot that thing's going to get approved. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I 100% believe it is getting approved. And why? Why do I believe that? Well, they need it, guys. They need it big time. The infrastructure of this new digital economy requires it. In fact, we just recently heard that the Depository Trust and Clearing Corp has come out and announced they're going to use the Stellar blockchain, guys, to do.
We're privy to all that. All right, we get the picture. We get the picture, you know? How could you not get the picture? Guys, hit the like button, comment. Even though this is a fucking live stream, I guess. So I guess you could comment. A chat is a comment. Like button, subscribe, notifications, follow on X. All right, to keep up to date with stuff going on. It's link in the description too. Tweeting just nonsense over there. Tweet notifications out here because YouTube notifications don't like to do it. And if you want to support the channel, the best place to support is join our group. Link in the description below for the Patreon. I can't fucking get the window right. That's it. Exclusive videos weekly. That's what we got going on over there. We got Mad Library, smoke sessions. Yet again, talking about all the fun stuff, conspiracies, aliens, obviously crypto, deeper conspiracies in crypto. Some stuff that is that if I put it on YouTube, I feel like maybe is playing a little bit more dangerous of a game. So certain content about that, the Iran alien coup, that's a crazy statement, bro. That story was insane. Judy, where's she at with this dip? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think they're buying? You think they're buying stocks at all-time high? I mean, what's Stellar at right now? Or XLM, rather. 22. Hey, it's been holding, dude. It pumped, and then now it's holding there. 22. It pumped from... What was it pumping from? I think like, let me see. 11-ish cents? Around like 15-ish cents. Okay, so it's up a little bit. If you've been buying, just even semi-recently. You might need an updated time capsule video. Why? Yeah, no, that would be actually. When was that time capsule video? Let me take a look. That's on the channel, right? The time capsule video did well too, so could do it for the views. Where the fuck is it? Wow, that was... Already? Is this how much time's passed, bro? Hold up. Wow, dude, time flies. 16-ish. Dude, I can't find it. I'm not stupid, I swear. I'm not stupid, I swear, but I can't find it on my channel. There. It was when it was cold out. Okay. Oh, there it is. 5 months ago. 5 months ago. The whole fucking thing just altered. One sec. 16-ish? What are you saying, 16-ish? XRP to $72 tomorrow. Listen, I would love for that to be the case. He's using white powder. White powder would be dangerous. For sure. Gotta stay away from that shit. Alright. I'll see you guys in the next one. Gotta hit a workout for sure today. Yesterday was kettlebells. Kettlebell stuff, some body weight stuff. We're working on mid traps, the upper back kind of section. I'll probably hit a little bit of kettlebell, but the main session will be later. A little bit of a run and calisthenics session, pull-ups, heavy emphasis on the pull-ups, leg raises, like proper full range of motion leg raises, that type, like feet up to the bar, that shit. Working on dips again, but my shoulders, I gotta be a little bit careful. XLM was at 22 cents right now, give or take. And that's it. All right, we'll see you guys.